Paul Prescott's Charge. Written by Horatio Alger, Jr. Narrated by Christopher Crennen. Preface. Paul Prescott's Charge is presented to the public as the second volume of the campaign series. Though wholly unlike the first volume, it is written in furtherance of the same main idea, that every boy's life is a campaign, more or less difficult, in which success depends upon integrity and a steadfast adherence to duty. How Paul Prescott gained strength by battling with adverse circumstances, and under all discouragements kept steadily before him the charge which he received from his dying father, is fully told. And the author will be glad if the record shall prove an incentive and an encouragement to those boys who may have a similar campaign before them. Chapter 1. Squire Newcomb. Hannah! The speaker was a tall, pompous-looking man whose age appeared to verge close upon 50. He was sitting bolt upright in a high-backed chair, and looked as if it would be quite impossible to deviate from his position of unbending rigidity. Squire Benjamin Newcomb, as he was called, in the right of his position as Justice of the Peace, Chairman of the Selectmen, and wealthiest resident of Renville, was a man of rule and measure. He was measured in his walk, measured in his utterance, and measured in all his transactions. He might be called a dignified machine. He had a very exalted conception of his own position, and the respect which he felt to be his due, not only from his own household, but from all who approached him. If the President of the United States had called upon him, Squire Newcomb would very probably have felt that he himself was the party who conferred distinction and not received it. Squire Newcomb was a widower. His wife, who was as different from himself as could well be conceived, did not live long after marriage. She was chilled to death, as it was thought, by the dignified iceberg of whose establishment she had become a part. She had left, however, a child, who had now grown to be a boy of 12. This boy was a thorn in the side of his father, who had endeavored in vain to mold him according to his idea of propriety. But Ben was gifted with a spirit of...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?